Now, let's go eat.
Let's do it.
Dipping it in the spicy sauce.
Just the way we like it. This is somewhere in between a Korean pancake or a Korean pizza. Good to go, portable, you can eat it anywhere.
And I'm feeling the burn.
And now it's just a matter of mixing it up, huh? That is so good.
Hits the spot. Well, good afternoon and greetings from Koreatown here in Toronto. Today we're going to be taking you on a little food adventure.
Yeah, it's our first time in Toronto in over half a year.
Yes, we've been spending a lot of time at home like the rest of the world has.
It was chilly the last time we came here, so it's just a beautiful summer's day. I mean, the temperature couldn't be better, and gosh, am I hungry.
Yes, we've arrived here right at lunchtime, so we're gonna go show you around some different restaurants, and also we're filming this video in collaboration with the Korea Tourism Organization. So stay tuned until later in the video because they're giving away numerous prizes, including round-trip flights to Korea, so we're gonna be telling you how you can enter. Also, I just want to mention that Sam is wearing the most appropriate shirt ever. Tell us a little bit about this.
I sure am. The last time I was in Korea was in 2019. And I picked up this shirt, and it's probably my favorite summer t-shirt, to be honest. It has all of the Korean foods that I love, especially the Bibimbap, the naengmyeon, the samgyeopsal. I mean, it's got it all. Also, something I'm really excited about is Audrey has planned this entire experience, this entire menu, and I purposely asked her not to tell me what's gonna be going on in terms of the menu, which is awesome. So it's gonna be a total surprise for me today, and I just can't wait to try everything.
So I know all the restaurants we're going to, and I've picked out the best dishes from each one. So yeah, we're both feeling pretty hungry. Let's go eat.
Big time.
So first stop of the day, tell us.
The very first surprise, guys, we are at Hidden Jeep, also known as the Sunrise House. And Audrey planned the menu, so we are having Jeon, the Korean pancake. We're getting the modum kimchi pajeon. So it's gonna have a little bit of seafood and some rice cakes, and of course kimchi. And then we're also going for one of my all-time favorites, and you suggested this. This is the sogogi gun mandu, which is the deep fried beef Korean dumplings. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Two of my all-time favorites. And yeah, just can't wait for it to arrive at the table.
All right, gonna pour some water, but first, a very familiar face, Mr. Oppa Gangnam Style himself.
Gangnam Style, hey!
It's been a few years since that.
The cool story behind that is we were actually in Korea and met together during the Oppa Gangnam Style Psy year.
Yeah.
The year of Psy breaking out internationally.
Basically, that song was on everyone's like ringtone. It was their ringtone.
It was inescapable that summer.
Well, food is here, and I am starting with the mandu. We got the gogi mandu, so they're beef, and they're also pan fried, so they're nice and crispy. Dipping it in the spicy sauce.
Just the way we like it.
It's like salty and savory.
Soy sauce, vinegar, sesame oil, I believe.
And chili flakes.
Chili flakes, don't forget the chili flakes.
So good. I can't remember the last time I had dumplings.
I know.
It's been a long time.
It has been ages.
Yeah, we don't really get Korean food where we live, so it's nice to be in Koreatown.
Nice and meaty, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, dunking it in.
The Jeon, the pancake. So fluffy, so good.
Is it? Friends, this is authentic Korean food to the max. We've got 4 different side dishes, 4 different banchan. We've got the gun mandu, and this food right here, pajeon, is very famous in Korea for two particular scenarios. First off, when it's rainy, this is typical rainy food, and also this is typical hiking food. So when you've climbed a mountain or you've gone trekking or hiking in the mountain, these are the kind of restaurants that you'll see at the base of the mountain.
Exactly.
And you'll see hikers going and having their jeon, and often sometimes pairing it with soju as well. And so this is awesome. Can't wait to try it. I'm dipping it in. It's so big. That is so good.
Hits the spot.
That hits the spot. And guys, this is somewhere in between Korean pancake or a Korean pizza. And this is just amazing traditional food. This is one of the dishes that whenever I go back to Korea, I'm craving first. So now time to try the mandu, the gungogi mandu, sogogi. Juicy, beefy. This is a great start. I mean, if the day keeps going like this, I'm gonna be very happy. What do you got there in your hand?
All right, next stop was Chung Chun.
Chung Chun,
Chung
yep.
Chun,
Hot dog.
Got it right. It's a Korean rice dog.
Yes.
And I got the one that's like covered in these potatoes. So there's like a hot dog on a stick, then it's coated in batter. And then we've got these little, almost like little hash browns.
Yeah.
For the topping, I went for the classic, which is actually ketchup, mustard, and sugar.
Oh, wow.
Sprinkled on top. They say the sugar gives it a little extra something, so.
Take that first bite. Wow. That thing is a behemoth.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so basically this is street food galore. When you're in Korea, you can get this at the food markets, like the street food markets. You'll have vendors serving these.
Yeah.
You can get it covered like in pieces of chicken, potato. There's the classic. Here they had some dessert ones where it's just like chocolate in the middle.
Pure dessert. So there would be no hot dog with that.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
So there it is. It's pretty good actually. I kind of like the batter.
Oh yeah. Yum. And this restaurant is super popular. Like we had to get in line and get a ticket, and there's probably like 15 people waiting outside.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is obviously a popular place to have a tasty bite on the summer's day.
What do you think?
There's something about that batter that's just delicious.
Yeah, you're normally not a big hot dog person, are you?
No, this is like way better than an average hot dog. A really nice batter, and the potatoes have been fried as if you were making French fries. Like they're that crispy. Wow, that's pretty good.
Meal on a stick.
Meal on a stick. Good to go, portable, you can eat it anywhere.
Okay, so we are moving on to the desserts.
And this has to be my all-time favorite Korean street food dessert. Hotteok.
Hotteok.
You'll see Korean students eating this in the winter non-stop. This is like the perfect hot street food sweet dish with lots of calories. It's got like a syrupy goodness. Anyways, I'm talking too much. Let's just try this.
Yeah, so this is a nice stuffed pancake. We got the one with brown sugar.
Look at that. All of the brown sugar, all of the nuts inside. The deeper you bite, the sweeter it is. Right in the bullseye. That's where you get the sweetest bite.
And you can get it with a whole bunch of different fillings, but the classic is definitely the brown sugar with nuts, so that's what we went for.
Yeah.
And the second dessert.
My all-time favorite train snack in Korea, the Hodugwaja. And I believe this originates from Cheonan.
Yes.
We went there before. Do you remember that trip?
I do remember that
trip. We
trip.
went to see a really big Buddhist temple. I forget the name. But what's interesting is you can reach Cheonan on line number 1, the blue line, as you're heading away from Seoul. So let's try this. It's gonna have walnuts and red bean paste inside. Oh, That is the real deal, guys. Look how much red bean paste is in them. So the coolest thing for me to see when we went into the shop to pick it up is that they have the authentic Hodugwaja batter cast iron flippers.
The machinery.
The
They have
machinery. It looks just like the stuff that you would see in Cheonan. It's amazing.
Okay, so I'm gonna try one as well.
Something for everyone, huh? What do you think? Look how much red bean paste there is. That is amazing.
So good.
The real deal, guys.
Woo!
Remember having these on our train rides?
So delicious. A bee landed on it. It's like, I want some too.
You gotta try the Hotteok too.
Okay.
What does this remind you of?
The Hotteok?
Yeah, from your experience in Korea.
Well, this brings back memories of Insadong.
Yes.
Kind of like artsy craft quarter in Seoul.
Yeah.
And in the wintertime, it's just a really nice food, a really nice dessert to hold in your hands.
It literally warms up your hands. And guys, yeah, Korea has proper winters, minus temperatures. So not as cold as Canada, but it gets up there some days.
It does.
So what do you think?
So pretty tasty. The lady at the shop did tell us this was probably going to taste a little bit different from what we're used to in Korea. And that's very accurate. Like the ones that I remember from Seoul were a bit more like pancakey and spongy, fluffy. This one's a bit heavier, a bit more dense.
Yeah.
But still really tasty. So yeah,
Still
I'm enjoying
delicious.
it. Okay, so it is time for our next two food items. We went to a place called The Owl or Buongi, and we got two dishes. So first up, we have the Bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
So basically we have a bed of rice underneath and then a whole bunch of different veggies, some greens, carrots, mushrooms, zucchini, some soybean, an egg, and some beef.
Don't forget the gochujang sauce.
The
red
gochujang.
pepper paste sauce.
Shall we add it?
Yes, please. All of it. That is my favorite part. And now it's just a matter of mixing it up, huh?
How excited are you for bibimbap?
Beyond excited.
Beyond.
Oh, look at that nice runny egg. That's gonna go really well with the rice. I normally don't like runny eggs, but when it comes to mixed rice, absolutely do. So I'm just breaking the egg up here first. And once that's done, I feel like I've broke up the egg enough. Now it's just time for me to mix it. And you can tell this is a really good bibimbap because it's heavy on ingredients, not too much on the rice. That's, for me, is the sign of a good bibimbap. Lots of ingredients. And this is the kind of standard bibimbap you get. My favorite of all time, of course, is the stone pot.
The dolsot
bibimbap.
Yes.
The key to having a really nice dolsot bibimbap is you let the rice burn a bit on the sides and on the bottom. It creates something called, I think, noryangji. It's a crispy rice. And I think the oil they use is a sesame oil.
Yeah.
So it just has the most amazing taste if you let it burn. But yeah, this one is just a regular bibimbap, so we won't be doing that.
Yeah, I have to say I really love the dolsot bibimbap as well, but because we can only do takeaway or dining on the patio, we couldn't do dolsot. Like this particular restaurant didn't have a patio, so takeout was the only option. And they obviously can't give you a stone pot to take home with you, so bibimbap was the alternative.
I don't think many people would return the stone pot.
No.
It'd be a nice addition to the kitchen. And guys, we're at Christie Pitts Park.
Yeah.
We've got lots of people out here. We got live music, families, dogs, couples, people exercising. It's a nice scene. It feels like a slice of normality.
Yes.
Ooh, check that out, guys. Nice big bite. That is the real deal, my friends. It has all the classic bibimbap ingredients. Super tasty. Gochujang is the star for me. This is a really nice gateway dish if you haven't tried Korean food before. I'd recommend this or bulgogi. Just an excellent kind of way to introduce yourself to Korean food. This is one of my all-time favorites, and I remember when I lived in Korea, I would have this at least once a week, sometimes twice.
Okay, and for our next dish, we got some tteokbokki.
Korean spicy rice cakes. Wow.
Check it out.
Check it out. It looks so good.
And it comes with onions.
Yep.
We have some cabbage, sesame seeds, and of course the spicy gochujang sauce. I can see the red flakes.
Yeah, we're finishing off the day with spicy food. This is maybe the most classic Korean street food dish. Wow.
Yeah, it's something that you can get at these little restaurants that are almost like snack bars, or also in the markets. You can buy them from the food vendors.
Yeah, that's right. You can even get it in some grocery stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try one.
Look at that.
Very chewy. It's a sticky glutinous rice.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling the burn. I feel the spice.
Yeah, I mean, we love our spicy food, but I don't think we've been eating that much spice lately, so we're probably our stomachs are a little weak.
Out of practice.
Yeah.
One for you guys.
Guys, if you want to try, I wouldn't call it an advanced, but a different kind of tteokbokki, go to an outdoor street vendor who is also cooking up the duigyeom, which are the battered, fried various objects. There's sometimes some mandu, different kinds of seafood, and also sweet potato, which is one of my favorites. I think it's the gamcha. And get them to cut it up and then dunk it into the tteokbokki sauce. It's absolutely delicious. My favorite way of having tteokbokki is with duigyeom. But this will be perfectly fine. That is seriously potent. Woo! My mouth's on fire, but in a good way. I feel like I'm a fire-breathing dragon, a tteokbokki dragon. Couldn't think of a better way to be spending the beginning of summer here in Canada. Eating Korean food in the Christie area.
So now let's talk about the giveaway, because as we mentioned at the beginning of this video, we are filming in partnership with the Korea Tourism Organization here in Canada. And they are running a super cool giveaway featuring all sorts of prizes, but right at the top are 2 round-trip tickets to Korea for 2022. So if you want to take part, all you have to do is take a photo of some Korean takeaway food and post it on your social media, either Instagram or Facebook. And you'll want to use the hashtags Support Korean Restaurants, Korean Food Travels, and KTO Canada. So I'm going to leave a link with the details in the description below, and if you want to take part, just click and head on over there. Alrighty guys, so we are going to wrap things up over here. We hope you enjoyed that Korean food tour extravaganza here in Koreatown in Toronto.
Oh my gosh, that tickled my taste buds. All of their fancy.
Yeah, we actually have quite a bit of food left over that we're going to be taking back home.
Let's review. I mean, we had sweet, we had spicy, we had savory.
Perfect Saturday in the city. So yeah, that concludes our food tour here in Koreatown. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be seeing you soon with more videos, so stay tuned. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta!